It's the middle of July, so let's plant some tomatoes. Now, I know what you must be thinking. Amanda, it's way too late in the season to be planting tomatoes. I'm in zone 6A, and yes, it is a little late. But I have a trick up my sleeve that is going to give me extra growing time with these tomatoes that most growers in my zone don't have. And it all comes down to this GreenStalk vertical planter. Welcome back to the Provident Gardener, the place where we believe anyone can grow their own food, preserve it, and enjoy it. And today I am planting tomatoes in July in my vertical GreenStalk planter. Now, should I have done this a month, 2 months ago? Probably, but you know me, I'm a little bit of a lazy gardener, things get behind, and I also love to push the limits of gardening. So come with me as I plant up my GreenStalk with some tomatoes and tell you why I'm doing it now, why I'm not afraid to do it now in the middle of July, and why I still think I can get tomatoes off of these plants when planted in this vertical GreenStalk planter. Here in zone 6, a lot of the plants in my garden come to a hard stop when that first freeze hits come fall. And for most gardeners, that means things like your tomatoes are done. But because I'm planting them in my GreenStalk and I have it on this ultimate spinner, rolling, moving base, that means that when I see that first freeze coming, I can roll this into my garage where it's not gonna get as cold, and I can get extra growing time with my tomatoes. I can protect them from that freeze, bring them back outside, and they can keep growing, because usually when we get that first early freeze, we still have a few weeks, maybe a month or more of good warm weather. The GreenStalk is going to buy me extra time on the back end of my season that I simply wouldn't have with my tomatoes that are in the ground. It's kind of like having a safety net for your plants, and for things like tomatoes that need every possible day they can to produce, that little bit of extra time at the end of the season can make a huge difference. Now let's talk the variety of tomatoes I am going to plant in here. I really love to push the limits of gardening, see what I can do, what I can make work, but I really don't think just any tomato will work in here. I have some tomatoes that get like 10 feet tall. Now granted, when you put something in a container like this, it's not gonna grow to its full potential because those roots don't have room to spread out and grow. But here is what I am going to try. I'm going to do some Roma tomatoes. Now these are determinate, which means they grow to about a set size, put on their fruit, and they're done. Now, they've never been done for me. I think my season is too short. I never actually see that. But these aren't gonna get super tall. I think they'll grow to a good size in here, and I'll still be able to support them. I am doing some indeterminate ones, but we're just gonna see how we can make it work. This is the beefsteak and a Moskvich, which for me, they both get about equal in size. These plants can get big, but I'm hoping that by planting them in the container, it will prevent them from getting so big, and I can prune them back, and we'll see what happens. Another one I have is called Ace 55 VF. This is an heirloom I got, and I've actually never grown it. I have some in my big garden, so I figured might as well put one in here and see what happens. I think it's pretty similar in size to my beefsteak and my Moskvich, and so I am expecting to see some similar growing from this, between this and the other two. I also have a spoon tomato. Now this produces like this, not even cherry tomato, like tiny, tiny little tomatoes. And I thought it would be fun, and we'll see what happens. You know, you're hearing a lot of that. We're gonna see what happens. And then a black cherry. I love a good cherry tomato. Now, I have cherry tomatoes that get really, really, really tall. But once again, it's going in a container. It's not gonna reach its full potential as far as the size it can get. So we've got 7 tomatoes here. We're gonna give them a try and see what happens. It's time to plant, but before we can actually do that, I've got some cleanup to do. I have this GreenStalk all cleaned up and ready to plant my tomatoes. Now, it was a little bit bigger of an ordeal than I planned. As I got in here, I realized I haven't been watering consistently, and a lot of this soil was very dry. So I had to take it all apart, dump the soil out, rehydrate it, replant my plants. It was a whole thing, but it's done now, and let's get these tomatoes planted. I've got all my supplies. I've got my pad here to save my knees. trowel, pruners, a bucket of water. So let's get started. Start with this Roma here, and we are gonna dig this hole as deep as we can manage. I'm probably gonna make a little bit of a mess, hold on. Got another little container here to put some excess soil in to give myself room. We want to plant these tomatoes nice and deep. It'll keep them healthier and help them develop a healthier root system. So in the bottom of each of these holes, I'm going to put some worm castings that I just pulled out of my worm bins in my gardens. It's called vermicomposting, and essentially what it is it's a little basket in each of my garden beds that I compost in, and my worms come and eat it and turn it into worm castings. Great nutrition for my plants and a good boost for these tomatoes to get started with. Now another thing I am going to do is trim off the lower branches of this tomato. Now these are pretty old. They've been in these cups for way too long, and some of the leaves aren't looking so good. So I'm also going to trim off the leaves that aren't looking great. I'll dip it in this bucket of water here just to make sure it's nice and hydrated. We have had some pretty high temperatures here, so things have been drying out really fast. Break up that root ball a little bit, stick it down in there, and then cover it back up with some of this soil. You do want to be sure the soil is level with the edge of the GreenStalk, because what can happen as they get really big, because these plants can get really big, is that if there's a lip here, sometimes it can break over the lip of the planter. But if you keep the soil level, that shouldn't happen. 1 down, 6 more to go. Well, in case you couldn't tell, by the end of that time lapse of planting these tomatoes, it's getting a bit windy here. And I have a big old dark storm cloud getting ready to be right over top of me. So we're just gonna go over a few more things that I think are really important with this. And I'm gonna get inside before me or the camera gets wet. Now, something that is important to consider when planting and growing in containers is that the roots of your plants can't get to the earth. They can't really dig those roots down deeper beyond your bed or your garden into the earth to get more nutrients. So you're going to need to give them some food. I am using this Neptune's Harvest fish and seaweed fertilizer. Simple instructions. This is concentrated. You need to dilute it in water. Instructions are on the bottle. And I just give that to my plants that are in containers. Maybe I'll do it every couple of weeks, kind of experiment and see what I think works best. The Neptune's Harvest is actually what saved my seedlings this year. That was a whole big ordeal, but thankfully they're in the garden now and growing well. So I am really excited about this experiment. Excited to see how I can do with growing tomatoes in my GreenStalk vertical planter. I've got 7 or 8 in here now, and we're gonna see what happens. I know it's possible, but I always love to see and try and test it for myself. I'll keep you updated throughout the season as to how they're doing, how they're growing. I'm sure the problems I'm having, the troubleshooting I do. But we experiment, we try, we learn, and we grow. Now, if you're interested in GreenStalk and want to give one of these a try for yourself, our affiliate link is down in the description. We always appreciate any support you can give us by clicking on those links and even just watching and commenting on our videos. So thank you again for joining me here today on the Provident Gardener as I freshened up my GreenStalk vertical planter and planted it with tomatoes. Have you ever tried growing tomatoes in a compact space before? In a container or a GreenStalk? Something not in the garden? I would love to hear about it and how it went, and maybe any tips you might have for me. And as always, don't be afraid to get a little dirt under your fingernails so you can turn that dirt into dinner. I'm gonna use these tomatoes to make some salsa.